What's going on with it? Squad up. So wanna come through today, you know, to discuss Kyrie. Kyrie. What up, DJ 23? So I got a special guest today coming out of Virginia, born and raised in New York. We're gonna call him Marmar. You know, um, y'all see the title. The title of the live stream is All Eyes Gotta Be on Kyrie no matter what. Y'all sit up here and y'all talk this dumbass shit. LeBron is a attention seeker. LeBron wants all the attention on him. Nah, we see who the real attention seeker is.
Fact.
We see who the real attention seeker is. Now, I hear a lot of y'all talk about Kyrie, going back and getting that money that he lost. Well, that's useless because if you didn't play games because you didn't want the money, what you coming back for the money for now?
Yeah,
The fight should still be on.
he chasing that championship. That's
You
what he chasing.
you know what I'm saying? Now, bro, to me, he chasing attention.
That too.
You know what I'm saying?
But
Because
he can't win without LeBron. That's one thing.
he know he can't.
He's supposed to win with Brooklyn last year.
You're set up there. You know, we gonna run Kyrie's. We gonna run his repertoire down. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We all know now that y'all's boy Kobe Bryant was behind the scenes telling players to go to other teams. We know Kobe Bryant told Kyrie to get away from LeBron.
That's what he said.
Bro, Kyrie and Kobe, they was homies. They was kicking it.
Yeah,
And he was in his ear. He was in Kyrie's ear.
I believe it.
You know what I'm saying? He was in his ear. But yet y'all want to sit up and say LeBron didn't like Kobe. It looked like it's the other way. What you think, Mark?
Hey, I feel like it's more of a competitive thing. If Kobe knew it was gonna be easier for LeBron to win rings, and when did Kobe say this? Like the end of his career? Like
Nah,
when he was retired already?
nah, he was retired.
Hmm.
And Kyrie was hanging with the nigga and around him,
Yeah, I remember that.
right. Before he even thought about leaving.
Yeah.
Then they set up and lied and tried to say, oh well, LeBron tried to have Kyrie traded.
Mm-mm.
But then Kyrie come back and apologize to LeBron.
Yeah. As far as I know, yeah, I mean that's new information to me as far as the Kobe Bryant thing, but I would have put it past him. Um, I feel like Kyrie Irving career could have went different if he ain't played with LeBron at all. But when I say different, I don't mean in a good way.
Right. Now let me ask you this. Now, how old is you, Mark?
27.
27. MJ or LeBron, and you tell me why.
I get a lot of heat from the old heads for saying this, but I'm gonna take LeBron. I'm gonna take LeBron only because it's a whole new different age of basketball. MJ was just ahead of everybody back then. He was just ahead of his time. You put him in the NBA right now, You got motherfuckers on the bench doing the same shit MJ was doing, these layups and shit,
Right.
hitting game winners and shit. So it would be more it would be more harder for MJ to do some of the athletic shit he did at least. Like I'm not gonna take away the shots he hit, like, but the athletic shit, all them layups and dunking on motherfuckers, everybody doing that now. It ain't gonna really stand out. You go back to the highlights in the '80s and the '90s, shit. You see MJ doing that shit on white boys. What Larry Bird say? Larry Bird said when Larry Bird was playing it, we knew how good Larry Bird was. He said, "Don't ever put a white boy in front of me, because I feel disrespected." That's what they were doing in the '80s, putting white boys in front of people. They had good players, don't get me wrong, but the good players in the '80s wasn't that much. It was probably like 10 real good players. I'm talking about real good players in the '80s.
Right.
It was, but don't get me wrong, I'm not taking away from nobody's talent, but it's not the same. Basketball gets better over time. The '80s was 40 years ago.
Right. Right. Now,
That's a big motherfucker.
right. Look like a rock. Now, you know the Steph Curry dick riding that you see going on.
I
You
wouldn't
know,
get. I wouldn't say Steph Curry dick riding. It's the same thing I just said. Steph, like same thing with Jordan. You're gonna compare Steph Curry and Jordan. See, Jordan was way better than everybody back then when it just came to talent and athleticism. See, we got Steph Curry now. It's 2022. He way better than everybody as far as 3-point shooting. So you go 40 years from now, you're gonna have motherfuckers better than Steph Curry or just as good, doing the same shit he doing. But the NBA is more advanced, so it's gonna be more sooner than later.
all right. So now with Steph Curry winning these his fourth championship, does that, in your opinion, does that put him on the same pedestal as LeBron, or
To me, honestly,
he will have to lightweight die and come back to try to be on LeBron's level? Because with me, even though you won four championships,
this is what people don't
you
realize.
haven't went through the
Yeah,
gauntlet
and that's what people don't realize.
and the shit that LeBron had to go through. So why are you, just because you got four chips, why are you put on LeBron's level?
I'm gonna tell you now because they two different players. Don't get me wrong. LeBron is a better player. Like if somebody say Steph Curry's a better player, they lying. LeBron is a better player, but as far as how their career look now with that championship Steph Curry got, it's only because he did it in the least amount of time
Uh-huh.
and he did it on one team. But you can't take away LeBron only because I mean you
Right.
just look at how he playing. Like
Because
this is
when you say he did it in less time and on the same team, like the context on that is, in my opinion, you had to go run
yeah
and
you
go
had to
get KD
yeah,
when you didn't even need
but KD's
KD.
a bum. Like they still could have won without KD. I'm not saying they would have, but they could have. They still was contenders.
Hold on. Shout out to Kool-Aid Johnson, Lakers for Life, DJ 23, Keon Moores, my nigga Mike Jones, D Bonner. Yeah, I got family here, man. And coming out of Virginia, little young 28-year-old, little young black man. So, we just discussing some things. So go back to what you were saying, bro.
Yeah, like as far as KD, KD, he's not even in conversation with none of these niggas. Cause you gonna put KD on the Golden State Warriors, where he getting his championships from? So KD's below everybody we talking about. But as far as Steph Curry and LeBron, I'll give LeBron an edge. The only thing you can say is about Steph Curry, he's the best 3-point shooter ever. He's not better than LeBron at nothing. He
Right.
got the championship in a less amount of time, but you have to look at what LeBron did. You can't. I feel like people forget about what LeBron did. Forget
Eight
about
straight finals,
yeah.
bro.
People forget about LeBron, and that's sad because they feel they down talk him. And I'm not. I never was a LeBron fan. Like
Okay.
I was never a LeBron fan. People
Who's
would.
you a fan of?
I'm a Kobe Bryant fan
Okay.
all the way. But
Okay. Okay.
LeBron is different. Like I said, I honestly think, and like I said, I'm a Kobe Bryant fan saying this. Yeah, I use that lighter.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm a Kobe Bryant fan saying this. Like LeBron is the greatest player ever. Like, and I feel like it's really it shouldn't really be no argument. honestly, like he done got championships for 3 different organizations. People come say, "Oh, he has teams." You take LeBron off every one of them teams, they is not going to the finals. Down from the Heat to Cleveland with Kevin Love and Kyrie in them. Like none of them teams is going to the finals. Take them off that Lakers team. I don't care if they was in the bubble, they not going to the finals.
Okay, now as a Kobe Bryant fan, I want to ask you this. You know,
Yeah.
Kobe passed away, so we all know that it was mandatory that the Lakers and LeBron won that championship that year. How do you, as a Kobe fan, feel about people calling that championship a bubble chip?
I look at it. Everybody had the same. They all had the same chances of winning. LeBron just way better than everybody.
Right.
I mean, Anthony Davis. Don't get me wrong. He played his part, but you take Anthony Davis off that Lakers team, even though he won a championship in a bubble. Shit, he won't
Right.
have nothing. Anthony Davis, the best Anthony Davis we done seen the best of him already. I'm pretty sure.
Would you say that that's disrespect
To
to
LeBron
to Kobe
and LeBron,
for
yeah.
for Kobe passing away and
Hmm.
LeBron and the team putting that pressure on themselves to win that championship? Don't you think that would you think that that's disrespectful to try to call it a bubble chip? Because if we all know somebody got to go to the finals, whether
Yeah,
we like the team or
but
not.
I feel like
The show has to go
people
on.
gonna talk at the end of the day, and being that it is a bubble championship, the shit was easier because you have motherfuckers that was sorry in real NBA games. They giving you 30, so people was better in the bubble. But I'm not saying everybody, but you supposed to be better.
Right,
There's not a whole lot of people. And you know, it's not like
right,
a whole lot of people cheering. It's not loud,
right,
so people
right.
supposed to be better than what they is. But they can't take that shit away from LeBron. That shit was probably like practice to LeBron. Everybody, that should just prove LeBron way better than everybody, minus the noise. That's all it really proved. Like, I'm not saying it's as hard as a regular championship, like, but I honestly feel like they probably still would have won the shit. Honestly, like, Golden State was always the threat. Like, if they team was together, if they team out together, they not really no threat.
So
But
let me ask you, if Golden State, the Spurs, or any other team would have won the championship in the bubble, do you think people will call it a bubble chip? Or do you think people trying to calling it a bubble chip
if Golden
because
State
it's
won it, yeah,
LeBron?
they gonna always say if it's one of the great players on it. So if Steph Curry won it, yeah, they gonna talk shit.
You
But if it
think?
was, yeah, that's how people is. But if it would have been a team full of rookies that won it, they would have given them their props. But if it was Steph Curry or like a real goat that won that championship, they would have had something to say about it either way.
Okay, so what you think about Kyrie? I call him Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? What do you think about him? Possibly staying with Brooklyn because from my understanding, even though he said he'll stay, it's not indefinite. It's a good chance that he could change his mind again. I could be wrong,
I
but
honestly,
that's under my understanding.
I mean, I honestly feel like as far as Kyrie's concerned, he need to get the hell away from KD.
Really?
Yeah,
Uh,
I think he need to get away from KD.
Or tell me why.
KD does he what people thought LeBron was, that's what KD is.
Facts.
That's what exactly what
Facts.
KD is. As far as chasing rings and building teams, that's what he is.
Facts.
Ain't talking about KD if he leave Brooklyn, which I'm pretty sure he wants to. He want to go to the Celtics or now he said his first option is Golden State Warriors. Why the hell are you going back to Golden State? Why don't you just stay there?
Right.
You're going back to Golden State. And here they if I'm not mistaken, Golden State offered him a contract when he
Okay.
was there, if I'm not mistaken. And but he said Golden State and the Celtics.
I
LeBron
think
would have never did no shit like that.
right. I think if he was to go anywhere, ain't no sense of going back to Golden State
See, LeBron
because they
made
gonna
team.
talk shit about you 10 times
Yeah,
more and treat you like
KD don't
shit.
care. KD do not give a fuck. Cause if he cared, he would never he even would have said that shit.
You
Like
know what I'm saying? If anything,
KD is a
go
bum.
to Boston.
That would be a
I
bad look too,
mean,
because they don't whoop their ass in the playoffs. He's doing that shit the second time in a row.
hey,
And if they,
just
what if Boston win a ring next year?
right.
KD will have the worst Hall of Fame career I've probably seen in my lifetime. I'm not even lying to you. Like, because if you, he's a scorer. Don't get me wrong. He's one of the best scorers, because he's 7 feet. He got 7'6" wingspan.
Right,
Like he's talented, but as far as a champion, he won't
right,
even be a champion right now.
right. Cause see, one thing that people don't like to give LeBron his props on, LeBron ain't never ran and joined a team that kicked his
That's what I'm
ass.
saying. That LeBron never take, like I said earlier in the conversation. You take LeBron off all these teams, they not going to the finals, let alone the playoffs. Probably. You
Right,
take KD off each one of these teams, they gonna do what they did. You
right,
take them off Brooklyn, they gonna do what they did. You
right.
take them off Golden State Warriors, they gonna do what they did most likely. They had a better see with KD winning them 2 championships with Golden State. That's just a guaranteed ring. It's guaranteed.
Right,
Why wouldn't it be? Like
right,
KD, I never say he was a bad player.
right. I just like the fact LeBron, instead of me joining you, I'm about to go get a couple motherfuckers to
To
come
beat
back and
you.
beat you
Yeah, like I
and
rather
shut you up and sit you down.
that sounds way better than motherfuckers go joining the motherfuckers that just beat them.
Because if you notice when it comes to LeBron, you know what Kevin Garnett, you know, when he was sitting up and he was talking shit like, oh, well, you know, we mentally broke down LeBron. You know, these teams, you know, that bragged about beating LeBron, when he came back and beat them, they team dismantled.
You talk about the Celtics, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Even when he came back and whooped the Spurs.
And they
Even when he came in back and whooped the Golden State Warriors. All those teams fell into depression and don't want to keep it real about it.
I believe it.
You know what I'm saying?
LeBron
When,
doesn't
when, when
fuck some shit
LeBron
up.
came back and he beat Boston,
Hmm.
that dismantled KG and all of that.
And they talking shit about what LeBron did whole time. Boston, like I don't know who organized that shit, but that shit was probably worse than any team LeBron ever played on. As far as like the talent level that was going there.
Yeah, Keon, LeBron is a scapegoat. And everybody know it. Everybody know it.
That's why LeBron probably will be the greatest, because a lot of motherfuckers hate him.
Yeah.
Like everybody loved. Well, I ain't
And
gonna
a
say
lot of
everybody
these
loved him, but
dudes, and a lot of these dudes, bro, they talking points come from, you know, they talking points come from Skip Bayless. You know what
and
I'm saying? That's what they super team this, super team that. If you telling me that a team is a super team, I'm expecting for that super team to win every year.
and I guarantee you, like it's damn near every player will. I'm not gonna say every player, but damn near every player will want to play with LeBron. Like
Yeah.
so, I'm pretty sure LeBron organized in a lot of it, but players just want to play with him. Like LeBron, I'm pretty sure he's not a bad player to play with.
So you think that Kyrie should cut off KD and just do his own thing?
I feel like he just need to go play with LeBron. Like that's the best chance for his career to turn out as the best it could. That's what
Right.
I honestly feel like.
At least
Kyrie's not leading no team. Like he's not gonna be no number one player on no team, leading no team. Like
right. Now one
he's
thing
talented, but he's not. He don't got. He's not about to do that.
now one thing I'ma say, you know, shout out to my little nigga Bang. Um Bang, he feels he wouldn't have wanted Kyrie with LeBron anyway because Kyrie can't be trusted.
I mean, I can
And I
understand
mean,
why they say
and
that.
and I mean that's 100% facts. Like you, people don't want to admit Kyrie ain't never been the same since he left LeBron. He
Kyrie's
wasn't doing this type of shit, missing games,
Kyrie and
no
KD.
calls, no show.
Yeah, that's
I
a
don't
fact.
want to play
LeBron
because
definitely have him on his shit. Cause
right,
LeBron like a big brother at the same time. Like,
right.
and
I'm not playing the games today because um Family Dollar sold out of Black Lives Matter T-shirt.
see, Kyrie had nobody on his ass. Like, you still need that mentorship too. That's why a lot of people. they play better with LeBron. Some people say people get worse with LeBron, but they don't. Like they have to understand he's an overall player, so some of your stats don't go down.
And let's keep it real. Kyrie had damn near the whole season off. Like I said, if you wasn't no call, no showing, you you know what I'm saying? You had to sit out because of the shot. So you had months, you know what I'm saying, of not playing. You know, you had months of not playing, and then you come back and you give that.
Yeah. Yeah, we gonna take it. How you doing? I'm doing good. We're gonna take a quick pause. We just went to go get something out the car. Like about 30 seconds. I'm just going through some of the comments.
Yeah, so ask any question. Yeah, ask the people any questions, bro.
How do y'all feel about that Steph Curry championship? What if they win again next year? How would y'all look at his career? I gotta ask right now that if Steph Curry win a ring next year, he fuck around be better than LeBron. And I'm not even gonna lie. If he win a ring plus an MVP, which I doubt that he gonna do both, but what he said? He said they only discredit Jordan on players that are close to Jordan. Hell yeah. I mean discredit LeBron on players close to Jordan. Yeah. No, I just asked them how would they feel if nobody answered that. How would they feel if Steph Curry won a championship next year? How would you feel if Steph Curry won a championship next year?
I mean,
how would you look at his career compared to LeBron's?
I still couldn't compare him. I still wouldn't be able to compare him
you
to
really wouldn't
LeBron.
though. But you could compare their career as far because it would look better only because he'll have 5 rings. But I still wouldn't actually say he's a better player. He'll probably have a better career but if he won like a ring and an MVP, it would be questionable. But you have to really just look at their career. If you actually just I watched both their entire career. Like I remember LeBron got drafted, so it's like you really can't compare it. But I'm going off of how everybody else do it. Like you comparing their rings and everything. Like, but people really know LeBron's not better. I mean, Steph Curry's not better than LeBron.
Now let me ask you this:
Steph Curry changed the game. I give him that.
Right. If Kyrie win a championship next year, let me ask you this: will anybody care?
Nah, it depends who he win it with.
Okay.
If he win it with who? Because if he win it with Brooklyn, Kyrie and KD's gonna be better than a lot of people think. But that shit is not gonna happen. But if he win it with LeBron, they just gonna be like, oh, he winning with LeBron. Like he win LeBron needed Kyrie, Kyrie needed LeBron to win. That's all people gonna say.
Right.
If Kyrie just goes to a
which ain't true.
People gonna talk, but
right.
Yeah. If Kyrie goes to a team that people do not expect him to go to, like and win, Kyrie's gonna be looked at different too. It's gonna better his career.
Right.
They're gonna be like it might be some people like the Kyrie fans that's gonna say, "Oh, see, he ain't need LeBron.
He just need all this damn attention, and nobody wants to keep it real and say that all of this attention seeking shit that Kyrie be on, it's not helping him, it's hurting him.
I honestly think Kyrie just don't have the love for basketball like he's supposed to.
Okay.
I honestly don't. Like, he's talented, but I feel like if he actually like gave a fuck a little bit more, he'll be a way better player than he is.
So you think that Kyrie, he really want to quit, but he just,
I feel like he just don't give a fuck.
okay.
Like, it is what it is to him. You can see when he didn't get the little COVID shot, like, he ain't give a fuck.
Right.
It is what it is. I mean, I understand he have morals and shit he go by, but just by how his demeanor was, he really didn't give a fuck. And there's multiple instances where he showed that.
Now we got this one nigga. He be on YouTube. You know, he was cut twice in the G League and sent home, right? But he claims to know the game of basketball. He stands behind KD had Kyrie's back when Kyrie was out in these games. My thing is this: if KD really had Kyrie's back, why he didn't, say fuck that shot? Because he took the shot just like everybody else did. So how was that supporting your boy? You know what I'm saying? How was that supporting your boy? Your boy, he didn't take the shot. So if you support your boy and you ride behind your boy 100%, don't that mean you don't take the shot either?
The only reason I could probably see why KD took that shit, because if I ain't mistaken, he probably one of the first players that had that shit, the COVID. But like at the same time, like like I said, I feel where Kyrie was coming from. Because honestly, if I was in his position, I probably would have never took that shit. Because I still didn't get my COVID vaccine.
Because I feel like this whole bullshit with motherfuckers trying to make it seem like, Kyrie and KD is so much a best friend. But motherfuckers forget KD did not like Kyrie.
That had to do with some. I don't know if it's. I honestly feel like the KD and Kyrie teaming up should have to do with Westbrook and LeBron teaming up. Like, I could be wrong, but
I'm saying back when KD was on the Warriors team and Kyrie was a Cavalier, he didn't like that nigga.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden, that's your brother now?
It's all about teaming up against LeBron. That's what it boils down to. Like, that's how I look at it. It's Golden State, but it's more LeBron than Golden State.
What up, GTM, bro? I was gonna text you this morning and see what you was up to. I'm gonna put the link in the chat, see if you want to come in. You didn't like this man. And I just feel like that's fake kicking it and fake brotherly love.
Yeah.
Because you didn't like me. You hated me. It was fuck me and my team. Now I ain't with LeBron no more. All of a sudden, now I'm your nigga now.
Yeah.
That's fake kicking. You know what I'm saying? That's fake brotherly love.
That's a fact.
Y'all, even with, they talk about LeBron, he gets coaches fired. He gets coaches fired. But yet, Kyrie and KD got Kenny Atkinson fired. You know what I'm saying? Oh, but that was cool though, right?
No, everybody gonna blame everything on LeBron. And when LeBron do good, they're gonna have an excuse for when he does do good. That's what people have to realize. If people actually gave LeBron his props, motherfuckers would really know who the GOAT is. Like, it won't even be no argument. Like, you have to still look at the competition too.
What's up with it, bro?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Man, chilling. Now, ain't you in New York, bro?
Yeah.
I got a fellow New Yorker with you right here with me, man. He live in Virginia now, 27 years old.
I live in Ohio now.
Now he here in Ohio now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. Salute.
Fact.
Now, where you from, GTM?
Queens, man. Queens, New York.
Okay.
I was born in Queens, but raised in Brooklyn.
Oh, I feel you. I had a little stint in Brooklyn as well. You know what I'm
Fact,
saying?
fact.
Flatbush, East Flatbush, East New York.
Okay, I'm from Canarsie, but what part of Queens?
Ozone, South Ozone. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying? You know,
I'm from. I
Rockaway
was born in
Boulevard.
Jamaica. I lived in Edgemere though, Rockaway.
Edgemere Rockaway? Yeah, I know where you from. Yeah.
Yeah, fact.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? What you think, GTM? You know what we chopping it up. You know, Kyrie. You know what you think of the title of this live stream?
Man, I mean, like, man, people, there's Kyrie fans out there, you know what I'm saying, that's gonna take up for this man. But at the end of the day, man, the eyes do have to be on Kyrie for the fact that, you know, he does all the, for years he's been doing a lot of nonsense, you know what I'm saying? He's
Yeah.
been baiting teams, he's been, pushing false narratives, allowing them to, talk bad about Bron and the Cavs. And then he does all this fake stuff, and then he comes back, and then comes with this this sorry apology that you be bringing up. You know what I'm saying? All the eyes do have to be on him. You know what I'm saying? He stirred all of this up. He can't blame this on the media. The media has to look at you.
Kyrie's just a drama queen.
Yeah,
That's all he is.
yeah. Just a sissy
And he
queen,
just want
flat
he
out.
really do just want the attention because like it's basketball. Like he just
Yeah.
want
And,
he
and motherfuckers want to give Kyrie and KD passes. Oh, they bet KD didn't turn. He rolled with his brother. And he talked Kyrie in the stand and all this other dumb shit.
every team Kyrie was on, he done gave every team some type of problem.
Yeah,
Some type
Man,
of problem.
the only reason they're together is because of their mutual
Hate against
disinterest in LeBron. You know what I'm saying?
LeBron. That's
They
how I
both don't like LeBron.
yeah, fact. That's why they teamed up. That's my whole feeling about once I seen they was teaming up, I was like, yeah, that's the get back at LeBron. And LeBron ain't give a fuck.
now what you think, GTM, about KD possibly going back to the Warriors? What you think of that?
I feel like they shouldn't even want him. You know what I'm saying? You left. You left when things wasn't looking good. Why should you come back? You know what I'm saying? The Warriors is not your home. If you wanted to
Right.
go back to OKC, I could understand that, but the Warriors is not your home. You know what I'm saying? You haven't built any type of loyalty with those guys. Draymond doesn't like you. Like, why would you go back to that? You don't even have an NBA home if we really want to be honest. Besides OKC, probably, and
Okay, see,
even them, it's a
he done
question if they'll take you back with open arms.
nah, he that's not their home. They can't stand KD in OKC. I wouldn't even say that's his home. He done left OKC when they was real contenders and
So
went to the rival.
so more, do you think that so you think OKC would tell KD no? If
I wouldn't
he
even think they would tell him no, just because I mean it's business at the end of the day. Like he's a good player, but as far as the fans go, the fans ain't fucking with KD now unless he bring him a championship. It's a championship
right,
or nothing. Like that nigga done left his home, his so-called home as far as OKC,
right,
and
I
they had
think
a that's probably the one of the best chances as far as beating the Golden State Warriors when they wasn't beaten. Like they done came back and they could have beat them. Like if they would have came back the next season, they had a real chance of winning. Like, but he want to leave and go to the team that just beat him. Like,
right,
and then think he can go back there and the fans gonna fuck with him? Nah,
I
that
right,
think
was years
I,
ago, but they still remember.
I think they'll take him back, but they won't accept him the way that the Cavs accepted Braun back.
Hell no.
right.
And even
Definitely not.
I feel like it would be something like that, but it's worse with LeBron only because LeBron is from Ohio. So like the fans here, like and LeBron, he was looked at different coming into the league. Like
Right.
LeBron was like the biggest thing coming into the league.
I think the only thing that could save KD,
Is a
like say
championship.
if he did go to OKC, the agreement would have to be you gonna be the fucking leader of this team, and we gonna build around you, and you better come through.
You have to
You
be
know
on. So
what
you
I'm
have to. If you go back
saying?
to OKC, you have to be on some LeBron shit or better. Like
Right,
he have to win them the
right.
ring. Like
Cause you already a champion.
uh,
You done left
you
and
know,
you done left us and got your two
with the rivals,
with the
with
right.
the motherfuckers we don't like, and you know
So
OKC got some of the most diehard fans.
right.
So like,
So now if you
they
come
don't
back,
forget that shit.
motherfucker, your bitch
You
ass,
better do what you did there.
you gonna be the leader of this team. We gonna put people around you. And like I said, you better come through.
And
No,
OKC is in a great position too. All those draft picks, they got like 40 some draft picks
They
within the
got some
next
shit.
few
They got
years. They
what's
could
the
get they could get Shea Gilgis out of there and then
yeah,
open up
Shea
cap
Gill.
space.
But he all right though. Well, if they get KD, they probably could get rid of him. But he probably their best player now.
yeah, yeah. So GTM, um do you think that Kyrie should leave KD?
I mean, yeah, but
His career
to be
now.
honest, I don't see a bunch of teams that want to deal with his nonsense. I mean, I know they'll take him because at the end of the day, he's a great player, but nobody's gonna want to commit to him long term because if he starts his antics, then it's gonna be like, all right, now we're committed to this dude. We already gave him, another max contract. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a tough position for teams to be put in.
I feel like KD and Kyrie, they probably both in the they both in fucked up situations. Only because the type of players they is. Like they chasing the wrong shit. Like now it's really exposing both of them.
Yeah.
Like you can see what type of players and what type of
And,
shit past players, what type of people both these
like
motherfuckers
you
is.
said earlier, you said everything that they accuse LeBron of being is
That's what
who
KD,
KD is.
yeah. And then a lot of shit's exposing it. And even Golden State winning this championship. Like the real NBA fans and basketball fans, like they know like Golden State they need KD.
Right.
They was 73-9 without him. They had the best record ever without him.
Right.
So like they didn't really need that nigga. Getting him just basically solidified them going
Right.
to the championship. Like
And you see how fake motherfuckers was 73-9. You know what I'm saying?
people
But
act like they forget shit. Like
right, but they gave the Warriors props like, like they had actually did something. And it was cool for KD to be over there getting chips until he left. Then motherfuckers wanted to sit up and say, oh, uh, KD ain't this and that. KD. I was saying this shit back when he
I feel
first.
like the motherfuckers that only was really speaking highly on KD is the motherfuckers that talk highly on KD. Like people know, like I mean, everybody should know KD's a good player, but he's not no LeBron caliber player. Like he
Right,
never was. He never was
right,
a LeBron caliber player. I don't
right.
give a fuck what people say. Like I put Kawhi Leonard above KD. Like that's real shit.
Ooh,
Yeah.
word.
At his peak, Kawhi Leonard was better both ways. Yeah,
Why not? He's a defender. He got two. Nah, he got a defensive player of the year. He got rings without chasing them motherfuckers. Like he done went to fucking Toronto and got them a championship.
man,
Like
I'm
doing no
convinced
shit like
that
that.
2017 Kawhi would have did KD dirty
Yeah,
if he was
Kawhi
still
just need to
playing.
be just need to be healthy. That's all. But his career is better looking than KD's career. Like
He was blowing
he's
the
a bum.
Warriors out
He's a
in
bum.
their own house.
KD's all
And
KD
that's
is.
why Jaja Pachula did that dirty ass play on Kawhi Leonard because because he
Uh,
knew that the embarrassment was coming.
Kawhi Leonard was like a threat when he was playing. Like, and you see him getting better every year. Every year his numbers was going up.
And
So
and Badu Ginobili, Tony Parker, Patty
yeah,
Mills,
yeah,
they was a good fit. They was a
yeah,
good
he played
fit.
around the good people too. Like played around good talent, and they mentored him. Play around Tim Duncan, my nigga. Like a lot of people don't get that.
Yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying? All this attention seeking. Oh, I might go to the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? Attention seeking shit. You know what I'm saying? And all you gonna do if you do stay with Brooklyn, all you gonna do is continue your bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And y'all ain't gonna win a chip again either.
KD, that's the only reason KD said he wants to go to either Boston or the Warriors. Like KD, like people have to realize KD's a bum, yo. Like he's a bum. Like once I seen that shit, I was like, ain't this shit can't be real. But that shit was real, yo.
Right. Right.
I don't take away
How
his
the fuck
talent,
you
but you
how
can't
the
compare
fuck
him
you
to
shoot an air ball? And I'm gonna keep talking about this forever. How the fuck did you shoot an air ball over little ass Drew Holiday?
who did that?
Remember when KD?
Oh,
Remember when
The
the
Bucks
Bucks?
point guard.
Remember when the Bucks sent home KD when Kyrie didn't play the season before last?
he shot an air ball over him.
Yeah, he shot an air ball. It was supposed to be the game shot, the clutch shot that everybody say.
A lot. I mean, that I feel like same time, like that injury fucked him up too, though. He had high scoring games, but people have to realize KD's gonna always be a scorer. He always knew how to shoot. Like him tearing his Achilles ain't gonna take away him shooting. Like that's something you're gonna learn. You have to learn how to do if you tear your Achilles. Like KD always been one of the pure shooters in the NBA, especially for his size. Like, but as far as everything else, KD's not the same player. Like he's not the same player. And I never really thought I always thought KD was talented, but I never thought he was on LeBron's level.
Right.
To the point he could go to a team and make them a contender. Like
Right.
KD needs somebody else on the side of him. Like people always say, "Oh, LeBron needs somebody else on the side of him," but he don't like he really
who
don't
in
need
this
no.
galaxy,
He doesn't need
you know
decent
what I'm
players.
saying,
Like,
GTM, who in this galaxy
is winning without a team. Like
what up with a 504 know your boy? You know what I'm saying? You know when it comes to it baffles me, bro, because we know what LeBron been through to get to where he at. You know what I'm saying? And
LeBron
when
over exceeded, like he overdid what he was supposed to do. Like
right,
that's what people don't
and you
understand.
got these dudes. Okay, you might win championships. You might win a few championships, in less time. So how does that still put you above a motherfucker who had to get it from the dirt?
The only reason people saying that is everybody they compare everything to Michael Jordan because Michael Jordan did so and so in a certain amount of time. Like you can't compare motherfuckers to Michael Jordan.
As if Michael Jordan get his ass whooped from 1984 to 1990.
Yeah, and on top of that, Michael Jordan had a top 10 player throughout the whole 90s. Like Scottie Pippen. Like don't get me wrong, I was born in 95, but if I'm not mistaken, he was a top 10 player throughout the whole 90s.
I
So
say he was top 5.
yeah, exactly. I'll give him top 5 too. So Michael Jordan had that. Give LeBron, Kobe Bryant, give any of these motherfuckers a top 10 player for a whole 10-year span.
Right.
And tell me what the fuck they do. Give LeBron a top 10 player in the league for a whole 10-year span.
Right.
One of the best defenders in the league at that.
D Wade wasn't that. Kyrie
Yeah.
was in and out.
Chris Bosh wasn't that. The best bet they probably had was probably D Wade. And D Wade, I wouldn't say he was never a top 10 player for 10 years straight. D Wade's the most overrated player ever, I think. Like he's not trash. He's a good defender. He's not trash, but he's the most overrated player ever. To me, D Wade had less than 5 real good seasons.
Right. And one thing I don't like, even though I'm a Cavalier, and I say this all the time, and Golden State Warriors was the ops at the time. I don't like how motherfuckers done jump back on their dick now. You know what I'm saying?
But you already knew
if
that was
you
gonna
wasn't
happen.
fucking with them, it shouldn't matter if they won the championship or not. If you don't fuck with them, you don't fuck with them. Like I don't like this dick riding. I'm going because this nigga on YouTube, bro. This nigga, he's the top dildo rider, bro. When it comes to when it comes to this sports shit, when it comes to basketball, he's the number one top dick rider. He jumped from dick to dick. Who's ever winning at the time, you could be a motherfucker that he talks shit about.
Some motherfuckers.
But if you winning, he's gonna put you up there where he ain't never put you before. That bandwagon shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got that. I feel like people that do that just don't really be knowing sports.
I can respect a Golden State fan that's been a Golden State fan from day one,
Or at least since their
and
first
B,
championship.
right, and
Like,
B, when KD left, they didn't switch up.
yeah.
They rocked with Curry and them through these last past
Shit,
through
that Golden
two
State
three
Warriors,
seasons that was horrible for them.
that Warriors championship just exposing everybody, even the fans.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Because
saying?
when
But
KD left,
Because people ain't see that shit
Warrior
coming.
fans became Clipper fans.
People ain't see that shit coming, but I swear, you look like, even though my niggas, like, they all knew, like, who I said was going to win the shit. I said Golden State was going to win it. Like, 'cause I knew Klay Thompson was coming back this season. Like,
Yeah.
but
they got
people act as if LeBron was the person who did this shit. They act as if in 2010 LeBron went to the Celtics.
Yeah.
like, yeah, LeBron would have.
Lord forbid if LeBron would have joined the Celtics after they beat.
LeBron would have. They would have hated that nigga.
Lord
They would've
forbid
hated him.
LeBron would have joined the Spurs after they beat it.
They would have hated LeBron. LeBron.
You can't give a man his respect for and instead of joining you, I'm gonna come back and beat you.
Motherfuckers actually joining the team that beat them. Like,
And then if you listen to how these niggas talk, when they bring up the Spurs beating LeBron, and when they bring up Boston beating LeBron, they just leave the story at that.
and that's why I be saying, like, when you compare,
They never talk about LeBron came back and beat them.
Yeah.
They just leave it at Boston beat LeBron and the Spurs beat LeBron.
Yeah.
That's that. Now, if you didn't know no better, you would think that was the end of the story.
And that's one of the reasons right there why I say LeBron is better than Michael Jordan. The competition level and the shit he did. Jordan is not doing the shit LeBron did. Like, and people really think I'm a LeBron fan. I'm really not. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm a fan, but he's not my favorite. He's not even my second favorite. Like,
right.
So it's like,
you a Kobe fan.
I just respect it.
You a Kobe fan, and it doesn't hurt your feelings to say LeBron is great.
Yeah, not at all. Like, I'm a real, like, I love basketball. Like, I watch basketball. Like, I watch both of these motherfuckers. I watched Kobe Bryant damn near his whole career. Like I said, I was born '95. Like,
right.
I watched his best years. I watched LeBron's whole career. So
right.
I know how good LeBron is. Like, people, like I said, a lot of people just forget. Even his Miami days, people forget the shit he was doing in Miami. Like, don't get me wrong, that's when he first really started winning rings, so he had to get the feel of certain shit. But people forget what he was doing there. Like, even in Cleveland, like LeBron's like that.
Right. Kyrie's
like
Kyrie just a silly nigga. GTM, bro.
Kyrie needs LeBron. Like, as far as how Kyrie career went, that's why he said he wants to go back to the Lakers. Kyrie wasn't shit. Then he went to being shit. Then he went to not being shit again. Like, he was only shit with LeBron.
Right.
So go back to before LeBron even went back to Cleveland. What was Kyrie doing?
Right.
What was he doing after LeBron left?
Right.
Exactly.
Nothing at all.
Now go ahead, GTM.
No, I'm just saying nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? He was just out of drafts. You know what I'm saying?
He's talented. Don't get me wrong. He's talented as hell, but he don't got the drive. He don't got that drive.
Imagine LeBron was on the team and that team got first pick for 3 out of the 4 years that they were in the draft. Wouldn't they be saying that nigga shitty?
Hey,
come on, man.
Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? The shit crazy, man. All he want is attention. He don't even want no rings. He just want the attention. He wants to copy LeBron so bad that it's pathetic. You know what I'm saying? Because now all of a sudden you pro-black and you ain't going for this and you want to speak up for everything. You ain't have shit to say when you was in a Cavalier jersey.
Right. He ain't had nothing to say when
Cavalier jersey. When Mike Brown got touched up, when Trayvon Martin got touched up, we didn't hear from him.
Ain't hear shit about
ain't had nothing to say. But when shit hit the fan, and you don't got no championships to rely on, you don't got no status, your status is going down. Now you're gonna start opening your mouth about things, and you're gonna start winning people's hearts. You know what I'm saying? Winning the hearts of the fans. Because at the end of the day, there's fans who are gonna ride with Kyrie for the fact that he, quote unquote, speaks out about things.
Like, I just feel like Kyrie don't give a fuck about the
Yeah,
game of
he
basketball.
wasn't missing games, or he was a Cavalier because of what happened to Trayvon Moore. Like, bro, gone with this fake shit, man. What you trying to do? You trying to top LeBron when it comes to speaking out about issues and stuff. I ain't stupid, man.
Like, you realize that he need LeBron.
It's different if you're doing it genuinely because you actually care about the cause. But
Right.
that's not the case, because if that was the case, how come it's starting right now? How come it hasn't started, back then? You know what I'm saying? This stuff isn't new to the world. All this stuff that's been going on with our people, this isn't new to the world. Why does it have to start now?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just attention seeking. You knew your punk ass wasn't going to the Lakers. And like a lot of people said, they don't trust you.
But they don't have him and KD don't have that many options to go to. That's what people don't understand. Everybody know they good players, but people starting to break down their careers now.
They
They done teamed
definitely
up.
can't go to a team together anymore. They can't
Yeah,
do that.
and KD and Kyrie Irving teaming up. Little do people know that's the worst move they could have ever made in their career. Now look what's happening. Look what's about to happen. Like,
If they wanted to run a circus, they should have went to the Knicks, because the Knicks, they probably would have let
where
that
they need to
circus
go.
keep
That's
on
where one
going.
of them need to go. If they really want to ring or something, go to the Knicks or like Charlotte or something. Like, go to a good rebuilding team. Like, don't go to no team that, like, look at their options. Like, they want to go to teams that they done been to or they done played with already, just so they can get another ring. Like,
Right.
KD is I just don't got no respect for KD. I'm sorry, I really don't. That shit make me sick every time I think about it.
Yeah, bro. Because I say this all the time. If KD was the man, what he would have did was
He would have stayed at OKC.
he would have stayed at
If
OKC.
OKC
He
ain't
would
win, he
have
would have
came.
left.
He would have came back the next year, beat Golden State's ass, and then met LeBron and the Cavaliers in the real Thriller of Manila. That would have been the shit.
But that's
right
some LeBron
there.
shit. That's some shit LeBron would have did.
Yeah.
That's some shit LeBron would have did. You would have probably stayed there another year and beat him. If he would have never beat him, he probably would have left. But it would have been more respect if KD would have stayed there again. If he would have beat him, he would have been way more respected than he had. Right. If he would have lost and left, just don't go to the team that beat.
And then KD, shit, you want to be the man? Take a couple pages out of LeBron's book.
Like, KD did the shit worse than you could possibly do it, because even if you left, like, it still would have been.
It wouldn't have been a problem if he went to the Spurs or he went to another team, but it's the fact
that's what I'm saying. Like, he would have been mad. Don't get me wrong, because he could have still won with OKC, but being that you left and went to the team that just whooped your ass, like, come on, my nigga.
Right.
Come on, you dead wrong. You dead the fuck wrong for doing that.
And then a lot of people want to use the excuse, oh, well, Westbrook and the team this, the team that. You making up fake troll accounts, talking shit about your team. What type of man is you?
He just wanted that ring. That's
you couldn't be trusted from day one.
2 rings, I mean, that's all he wanted. 2 rings. So you take KD off that team, they still winning. I don't care. They still winning without KD. But it'll probably be a little bit harder, but them niggas was real.
But why does KD have to go on social media and defend his own legacy? You know what I'm saying? Don't no other player does that unless they're trash. You know what I'm saying?
Because he know he's fraud.
Because he know if he's seen another motherfucker doing it, he'll question it too.
Right.
He ain't gonna question it because it's himself doing it. So
that's what I challenge KD to do. Go back home, nigga. Go back home and do it like LeBron did.
He go to OKC and do it and win. Like, I'll give him a little bit more props, but it's too late for all that shit.
LeBron,
I ain't even gonna lie to you.
LeBron,
he ain't even doing it. He ain't even gonna do that.
Because LeBron, he won one And then he came back home and won one with the
that's
fans.
respectable.
Right.
Like
Right.
LeBron a respectable ass nigga. Like, cause you had Ohio motherfuckers hating LeBron when he left.
That go to show
Like,
you that LeBron, when LeBron came back, that spoke so much
my
value
nigga,
for me.
that shit shows a lot. Yeah, and that's why
That showed a lot right there.
me being in Ohio and me seeing the Ohio people like how they love LeBron, like that shit made me look at LeBron different too. Like, I'm actually looking at the shit firsthand. Like, LeBron, like, I seen how motherfuckers hated LeBron. I seen motherfuckers burning his jerseys, all types of shit, talking bad about him.
Right.
This nigga win on one team, come back home.
Because he could have stayed in Miami.
Yeah, and he come back
Or
home.
he could have went
and look,
somewhere else.
And look who he beat when he come back home.
Right.
Like, so it's like, you got to get that nigga his respect. Like,
right.
A lot of niggas not doing that. Like I said, if KD was to go to OKC and win with them, that's some LeBron shit. But niggas know KD's not that type of player.
And niggas had the audacity to call Kevin Love and Kyle Korver and them a super team.
All these niggas is bums now. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, get the fuck out of here. No, they did what they were supposed to do.
Yeah, that's all it is. They played their role.
They did what was required. And when he won the championship, look how much of a real nigga he is. These other niggas, that's why I be clowning niggas. Because you niggas be calling NBA players, y'all be saying they better than LeBron, but these same dudes ain't never won shit and went back and got their team no more money.
There's not that many niggas in the NBA you could compare to LeBron.
He won the chip.
I'm not even gonna lie to you.
And then he came back and told Dan Gilbert, now I won this chip, you gonna pay everybody. Right. Even down to the Cavaliers that sit the bench. You giving everybody a big check.
Channing Frye, you know what I'm saying? J.R. Smith, Iman Shumpert, everybody got paid. You know what I'm saying?
Tristan Thompson, what, 80 million, 88 million? Come on.
Right.
But this is a selfish man that we hear about. He's a selfish man. He don't care about nobody but himself.
You have to really look at this Cavaliers team he won with. Like, they ain't no people say, oh, he had a team. Like, this team is not no
Kyrie
team.
even got money. Yeah. Kyrie even got money. Right. What up, Dion? Kyrie even got a big check.
And truth be told, a lot of those dudes would have been out the league if they didn't have no type of credentials on their resume. The fact that they have championship DNA that kept them around.
Yeah. That championship
should have already been gone.
You got dudes.
That's a fact.
You got dudes that was on multiple teams and didn't win shit and then got around LeBron.
That's what I'm telling
and at least got one championship.
That's what I'm telling people. That's my whole point. Like, people swear like LeBron's over here building teams and shit. LeBron making motherfuckers' careers better. Like, he's bettering people's careers. Like, he's making people champions. Like,
in my opinion, just from down to the head coach, assistant coach, to the ones that's on the bench.
I get that.
Just having on your record that you played with LeBron
and won championships
and won at least one. That gets you anyway.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Even if you helped them make the finals, you know what I'm saying? Jeff Green, he should have been out the league, but he helped.
That looks good on your resume.
That looks good on your resume.
Good as hell on your resume, LeBron. And you won a championship with LeBron?
Right.
Like, nah.
You a coach. And that's some shit that you could talk about years from now. Yeah. I won a chip with LeBron.
Yeah. People gonna brag about that. Like,
you know what I'm saying? I won a chip with LeBron. You got NBA players that was on like you and my niggas saying.
These motherfuckers ain't gonna say that about KD though.
They was on their way out the door.
That's a fact.
Nobody wanted him or nothing. LeBron go and get niggas and give niggas a second chance.
Give them a little bit more value.
Right, J.R. Smith and Iman Shumpert, when they was they didn't care about him. You know what I'm saying? Brian said, bring him in. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna help him get a championship. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you know, he came through for them.
Just like this Westbrook shit. This is the only situation I could say that LeBron failed with, far as looking out for motherfuckers and helping the motherfucker get a chip.
So I feel like Westbrook had a worse season than Anthony Davis.
Ooh.
But I feel like it wasn't a good fit, and I feel like you gotta put the blame on Westbrook himself as well for the
Yeah,
fact that he hasn't
I
he
put
hasn't
blame on
performed.
Westbrook, but I can't put more blame on Westbrook than AD.
Yeah,
Because if he's injured, and then on top of even when he's playing, like he's not even doing what he's supposed to do when he's playing.
Right.
So
He
at
got
least
that
Westbrook,
one
he
chip.
showed you he was trying.
don't get me wrong. Don't get me. Yeah, that's how it seems. Like he got that championship and he don't give a fuck no more. Like
Right.
he chilling. Like Westbrook. Like don't get me wrong. He wasn't doing what he's supposed to do, but at least he was more consistent than KD. I mean AD was.
Right.
Westbrook was more hungry for it.
Yeah, exactly. Like he was just fucking up. That's all. Like he was just fucking up.
He was
Like
hungry, but he still wanted to be hungry in his own way.
yeah, he had to play the team way. Like
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like
And
Westbrook will be good with the Lakers. Like
and you know, sometimes you got motherfuckers that don't get it in their head that yo, such and such ain't trying to run you or tell you what to do. Such and such just trying to tell
yeah,
you that if you change up your game, you're gonna get further
he's just
than
a type.
what you've
Yeah,
always
he's just the
got.
type of player Westbrook is. He just needs to change his attitude towards shit.
Yeah,
Like I feel like if could be a good fit with LeBron. He's not right now, but I feel like he could be a real good fit with LeBron. I feel like he could be the best fit with LeBron, like the best player LeBron ever played with. Like if they just mold it perfectly, like
But it's hard to teach a new dog old tricks. An old dog new
yeah,
tricks.
that's a fact. That's a fact.
Westbrook, he's hard headed. He's stubborn. He's gonna do shit the way he want to do. You know what I'm saying? Best of
right,
luck to him wherever he lands. You know what I'm saying?
right. So for far as Kyrie go, and they ain't getting no chip. We're in Brooklyn. You might as well forget it, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is on you and KD now. See,
Nigga, the Clippers will
niggas,
win before the Nets.
yeah, niggas smell the blood in the water now.
And I promise you, the niggas in Brooklyn is not happy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Oh, see, there's a trick to beating Steph, beating KD, and the Kyrie. You put that defense on them boys with a little physical. That glamorous shit they be doing, that shit go
Man,
out the door.
you see what they did to KD in the playoffs. You
Yeah.
see what Jason Tatum did to them.
And like I said, look what Drew Holiday. All Drew Holiday did was put his fucking hand up. You taller than Drew Holiday, and you shot an air ball.
Hey,
Game shot.
no, that shit is sad. When you say when it's KD, like
Kyrie, you had this vacation all season. I mean, I expected when they did, and then the Brooklyn Nets organization, you know, see, you got to feel you got to lightweight have a heart for the Brooklyn Nets organization because they went out their way to make it to where he could even play some games. And then towards the end, he was on go. And you
Right,
still didn't come through.
right. You know what I'm saying? They put a lot of money into them, and that money that they put into them, that could have went elsewhere. You know what I'm saying?
I
They
feel
could
like
have.
that
There was a
ownership,
lot of free
you
agents
know.
that year. They could have gotten Kawhi. They could have gotten. They could have gotten whoever. You know what I'm saying? They could have gotten Kawhi and PG, and that would have been a whole different story.
James Harden leaving Brooklyn fucked them up. Like him leaving Brooklyn fucked them up. I feel like they should have kept James Harden. Like they
They
should have
should have
got
kept James Harden and got rid of Kyrie.
Kyrie exactly. That would have been way better. They would have got further. I promise you.
Yeah, man.
Or even got rid of KD. I'm not even gonna lie. Like
Nah, I don't know about that one because I don't know where Kyrie and James Harden are getting. That don't sound like a good match.
Hey, Dion. Hey, listen. I heard I heard him with that glamorous storytelling of the Nets. I posted about it on my community wall. That was a hell of a story he told with no accountability given, um, straight excuses. I mean, this dude, I mean, he really rehearsed telling this story. You know what I'm saying? Nah, this nigga on YouTube and shit. You know the nigga that got sent home twice. You know with the D League, G League. Yeah. Now he living in the Dominican Republic. You know what I'm saying? He up there eating them American Bulldog sub sandwiches. You
Man,
know what I'm saying?
Chicken
And
TV, a clown, bro. He a
right,
clown, bro. I stopped
and,
watching his content, bro.
yeah, and he set up and he story told the Nets, and he just put Kyrie and KD in such this beautiful light. You know what I'm saying? It was silly.
You know what G League team he was playing for?
Um,
The
the,
Los
the,
Angeles Defenders, the
yeah, the
one that
Los
went from
Angeles Defenders, and he hate LeBron, bro. Every day, all day, he do live streams and videos about LeBron.
But the thing is, he didn't play for them. He just tried out. He got on the roster. He got drafted, and then he got dropped the next day. He didn't really play for them. You know what I'm saying? You barely made your way to the G League. You know what I'm saying? And you over here criticizing people who made it to the NBA, made it farther than you. You know what I'm saying? You over
What
here
up, Jared
talking bad
Thomas?
about the yeah, man. Over here talking bad about the Ball family. What you know what I'm saying? The Ball family all made it to the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Jello Ball made it farther than you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I really hoop. What's up with it? Kool-Aid, what's up with it? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you know, he just painted them in this light where they did everything correct. You know, he didn't hold them accountable or anything. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know some people like that though. That really like they love both of them niggas. Like so they not gonna hold them
Kyrie a bum
accountable.
ass nigga, bro. You had all that time off. At least we could say that KD
I
he
don't think Kyrie,
played the whole
but me,
season.
I feel like KD. I mean, I feel like KD is more of a bum than Kyrie is.
Okay.
I honestly do. Like
Okay.
KD's like KD's a bum. Like, and I just I'm keep saying this, but it's that Celtics and that Warrior shit. Like
Right.
that nigga's a bum, yo. Like
Right.
he going with the rivals every time.
Yeah. Yeah. A straight dick sucker.
Yeah,
You
that's
know
what
what I'm
like
saying?
literally like that's all he doing. Like I mean, I get he trying to better his career. He getting them guaranteed championship. But my nigga, you have to make this shit more appealing or something. Make this shit harder for you or something. Like
It just feel like to me
yeah, he just need to
that
go be the number one pick
Kyrie
and do that.
knows
Like
when the Brooklyn Nets are in trouble, or he could see ahead of time they in trouble. Then he wants to take time off. You know what I'm saying? He wants to take time off because um, Walmart ran out of Juneteenth ice cream sickles. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? It's always something with him.
Right.
I ain't playing because of what happened January 6th when motherfuckers stormed the Capitol. Man, that ain't had shit to do with us niggas.
Kyrie don't give a
Fuck you
fuck.
mean you ain't playing because of that?
He just don't give a fuck. He don't got the mentality. Like
Right.
Fuck you mean, nigga? We ain't had shit to do with what happened up at the Capitol. Fuck you mean you ain't playing? The fuck is wrong with you?
When shit hit the fan for other people, they take that shit on the chin. When it hit the fan for Kyrie, he run around and make bullshit excuses.
Cause see, I'm gonna tell you. Cause see, I'm gonna say this. In my opinion, KD is scared of Kyrie. He's scared of that little nigga because I can't see. The way KD is, the way he flips out and get mad about shit, I couldn't see nobody else. KD being on the team with and pulling that shit and acting like he riding behind it.
I feel like KD the type of nigga he's scared to talk his mind to certain people, and
Yeah,
and as a result of that, you see him going on social media and debating with little kids. You know what I'm saying? He will always go back and forth with little kids on social media. But how much you want to bet he won't come on one of these panels and defend himself? He won't.
right. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? KD scared of Kyrie. Cause he wouldn't be if Kyrie was somebody else pulling this shit, KD would have been talking shit. He's
Right.
scared of.
He's just letting it happen, man.
He got you to come over to the team. So basically, you could put in all the work.
Exactly, man.
That's why that's why both of them be walking around fake kicking and fake love, all this other dumbass shit. You know what I'm saying? KD didn't even like you, nigga.
Right. You know, and KD, you remember KD was talking that shit about Bron, and then as soon as Bron voiced how he felt about KD saying that, KD tried to switch it around and blame it on the media. That's why I say he's a type of person. He don't like to come out and say what he really feel. Because when he
Yeah,
do, he either don't do it or when he do, he cops please.
right, right. You can't tell me KD don't feel some type of way. This motherfucker ain't played all season, you know, and I've been playing all season, and this motherfucker come back and we still get fucked over.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like James Harden, he was smart to get out of that cut. And if you were KD, if I were KD, I would have just straight up been like, hey man, give me James Harden over Kyrie, because even though James Harden might be declining, he'll still show up and he'll still play. He won't do these antics, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's not gonna talk about vaccinations and Juneteenth and come up with excuses not to play. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, that's my time, bro. You know I'm gonna come back with another live. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, bro, for coming through. Man, shout out to D Bonner, Keon, Kool-Aid, Really Who, man, Dion, Jared, you know, 504, Big Kev. What's up, bro? I ain't even see you in there. I'm scrolling back up. You know, shout out to everybody for coming through, man. Mike Jones,
Right.
DJ 23, Lakers for life. Man, shout out to y'all for coming through, man. Appreciate it.
Shout out to the real supporters, you know what I'm saying? The real ones, you know what I'm saying? Not the fake ones. Looking for kudos and shit.
Right. For sure, bro. Squad up.